All right. Soon begins the 4BT rebuild. I'm doing it the Manuel way. So I'm heading over to the engine machine shop. It's going to go in there. And you can already see I got my, I don't know, stand thingy bob. And it's going to go in here where a lot of the work's going to happen. Got a bunch of crap in here. At any rate, that's it. See you in a few. Alright. And we're back in the machine shop. Yes, I used the Beamer as a truck. Don't mind that. There's the crank all polished up. There's a couple marks in it. I ain't worried about it. There's the machinist. Done pretty good. My main caps are in there. My pistones are in there. Alright, time lapse to see how I struggle. It'll be fun. Alright, all in all, it wasn't too bad. It's actually a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. Helps that it was up higher, obviously. But here's what we're looking at. And this is the one that was sleeved. You can just barely tell it was sleeved. But brand new enough for me. I'll do a recap once I get in the garage. Well, I didn't do a recap, but basically I knew I needed to get rid of these freeze plugs, so I just went ahead and did that. Yeah. Nothing exciting here. Sister-in-law came in, don't mind her. I just forgot to start filming this, but anyway, I got the engine over. I'm already starting to drive out the old cam bearing you can see there. I found a seal driver. I'm hoping this works out good, so we'll see how that goes. All I plan on doing, my oil squirters are in good shape. And what's funny is the kit that I ordered for this thing has the short one, so I'm going to leave the long ones in since that's what came with this thing. It's been rebuilt once. I had a plus size piston, so I figure it's good and I'll just leave it. Yep. So I'm going to put it on time lapse, me driving out this old seal and put a new one in. That went pretty smoothly. About 3 minutes. It's not perfectly lined up. I'm not really that concerned about it. It's pretty close though. So I actually wound up drilling the bearing out a little bit and cleaning up around the edges just to give the bearing a little bit more oiling because, yeah, I don't want to short that too much. There we go. Slight issue, I think. those holes for the oil squirters are not lining up properly. So I kind of wonder if these aren't right. And you can see the tang right here. That's flush. And look what it does. And there's an oil squirter. I'll have to do some Googling. Turns out it's perfectly normal. So, yeah. I mean, if you think about it, those little nozzles that I showed earlier, those little guys, they're really kind of small anyway. So apparently enough oil runs through here that it goes in there and will squirt out. And those are just cooling piston nozzles. I think the big holes are probably the most important ones. That's what the internet seemed to say. So on we go. We're going to march forward. Well, that's unfortunate. You all saw I bifurcated this bolt. Luckily, didn't cause any issues, but I am using an older spec for this block. I'm not sure that makes a difference, but I'm going to have to undo everything I've done. I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to order a whole new set of main bolts and start over and do some research, figure out what the story is. But yeah, so it took 44 and then 88 no problem foot-pounds, but when I tried to hit 130, unless you think I'm lying, sequence 3 is 130 foot-pounds. I don't know what to say. So, off to do some Google foo. Good news is, thing spins nice and easy, even missing that main cap. So, I mean, it's firm. It's supposed to be firm, but it's in, I mean, that's just barely in the effort. Alright, you can clearly see, it's probably easier there, how this thing's just stretched in the middle and said it had enough. So this is a later 2004. This is a 2004 build of the 4BT, but it's, again, it's a weird one. It's the 4.5 liter. So what I'm wondering is if they got different torque specs, and if these are torque to yield bolts. They sure look like they yielded. This shop manual says these are 23 millimeter hex head nuts, and these are just 18s. So that must be what the issue is. So anyway, out of here. Check you.